Hello, it's me, One Jane Games, and I'm here playing Planet Zoo. We is to be back, and in today's episode, we're going to be making a new enclosure for a new animal. Find out, stick along, we'll see what animal it is. Without further ado, hope you guys are having one today. I'm having a great day. Last episode, if you guys missed it, I made an enclosure for the panda. He's taking a dump. My bad, broski. I just caught you in a bad moment. My bad. But I did make an enclosure for these pandas. Look how cute they look. Oh my god, he's going into the bamboo. He's probably going to chill in there and start munching. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. Let me know what you guys think of it. If you guys are interested in seeing how I built this enclosure for these guys, it was a previous episode, and enjoy. Let me know what you guys think. Remember to comment. But yeah, this episode, what we're going to do is make a new enclosure. I'm thinking around here. The way I'm going to do the enclosure is, and I'm thinking, okay, a little tunnel. A little tunnel, okay. So the enclosure will be here, and then it'll reach over to this side. Okay, it's gonna be like one enclosure but on both sides, and we're gonna put, drum rolls please, the Lion-Tailed Macaque. So the reason why I want to do it here is because there's gonna be like a pathway to another section. Like, obviously I'm not gonna build this section, okay, because if you guys didn't know, after I finish Asia or get through most of it, I'm gonna be creating different franchise modes for different regions instead of trying to put all the regions here, because I literally get 40 FPS now instead of 120. Okay, I literally get 40 FPS, not even 60, 40. Okay, because there's so many people, so many animals, so many little things going on, plants, foliage and stuff like that. I think the best move will be to create a separate franchise mode for each region, okay? Let me know what you guys think of that idea. I think that's smart, because I don't know if you can tell, but I lose frames going in now, and the game is still playing though. That's probably it. If I pause it, maybe less frame loss, but why must I pause it to explore my zoo? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So that's why I'm gonna be doing that. But before I do that, I want to make these enclosures. Maybe I build it on here. Nah. I'll build some like aquatic thing there. Besides the point, I'm thinking, imagine a pathway here, all the way to there. And it's like a little, you know, multiple species of... We could do a Lion-Tailed Macaque on one side. And then a siamang. I don't know how to pronounce this guy's name. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm not even going to attempt it again. But we could do that. And we can make a pathway that goes from here all the way to there. And then the enclosure will be here. And then food court, rest zone, toilets. And then it goes back this way for another enclosure. Chat, what do you think of that? The way to enter the food court is through a walkthrough. I think that's sick. I think that's sick. Let me know what you guys think. Okay, so we're going to get started now. Damn, FPS loss. Okay, let's pause. I literally dropped to 3 FPS. Damn. Okay, so the enclosure is going to start here, and then I'm going to build a pathway out to here. And the way we're going to secure it is by making sure the tunnel is connected perfectly, where the monkeys cannot escape. Okay, apes, monkeys, okay, they can't escape. This is my first time attempting something like this, so will it work out? Maybe. Is it likely to fail? Probably. But without further ado, let's get into the time lapse. Hope you guys do enjoy. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys after. Let's look at the requirements before we get right into it. So Lion-Tailed Macaque, endangered. They need 3 to 20 group size. Male bachelor 3 to 20, female bachelor 3 to 20. Okay. They produce one offspring a pop. So let's say we have 3 in here. 1, 2, 3. 1 male, 2 females. Then let's say 1 baby each. So 1, 2. Let's say those 2 grow up by the time another 2 come. Let's put 10. So yeah, 645. Now let's say we have 10 of these guys. 10 adults. 20 adults. Okay, we got plenty of space here then. Oh my god. Yeah, bear. W's. And the keeper's entrance will be here for both enclosures. One here, one here. So it looks kind of hidden, but it's not. Does it make sense? Makes sense. Okay. So let's get started. Hope you guys enjoy. See you guys in a bit. Hello guys, this is Timelapse JM here. Let's go. I was so excited building this enclosure. I had so much fun because this is like, I was doing an experiment. It was like a test to see if it would work out and if guests could even walk in there, because lion-tailed macaques do make visitors flee. And so I assume entering their enclosure, even though they're not actually in with the animals, will still make them flee. But the null barrier and the barrier with the glass helped out a ton. Okay, if you guys do attempt something like this, do let me know. Okay, if you take a picture of it, send it to me on Discord, tag me on TikTok or something, and I'll comment on it and be like, yo, let's go. W's, my G, W's. Before I get into the fun fact, so the way I did this enclosure was, I got the wall, I aligned it with the actual build, and then I placed a glass in the center of it. And when you double click the wall and then hold and click on the glass is then constrained to the wall's grid system. And so I used that to place all the glass perfectly lined up and it wouldn't mess up. And if you guys follow the same concept, you can do that with the roof as well. So I took a floorboard that's lined up with the build already, you know, the grid system, attached a glass to it, centered it, and then double click the roof / floor. So the grid system popped up, and control click the glass. I don't know how it is on console, but you select both of them after selecting the floorboard. So the grid system pops up, and then you can duplicate and it'll still be a part of the grid system. And then you can trick the game into thinking, you know, you're placing the floorboard when in fact you're placing the glass. And oh my god, I built so much in this enclosure. I made sure the barriers were tucked in, because if they aren't, it would be considered escaped if they can walk out of it. Even though they're in the enclosure, impossible to get to guests. If they walk out that null barrier, even though the null barrier is within the enclosure that we visually see, it'll count as them escaping. Fun fact. Besides that, building this enclosure for them was so much fun. I was like, if I was a lion-tailed macaque monkey, what would I be doing and what would keep me entertained? And I'm thinking climbing, hiding, jumping, waterfalls, whatever. Okay, I don't do a waterfall. Okay, I was planning to, but then I was like, nah, I can't do that. It doesn't look natural. Where's the waterfall coming from, bruh? You know, type stuff. You get me? You feel me? I feel you. Besides the point, I do build like a cave system-ish. Enjoy. Okay, enjoy. Besides the point, let's get back to the fact. Lion-tailed macaques are one of the rarest monkeys on the planet. Okay, and despite their names, lion-tailed macaque, they aren't related to lions, obviously, because they're monkeys. And their name literally comes from the tuft, like the ball on the end of their tail, because they resemble a lion's tail, and that's why they're called lion-tailed macaque. One of the easiest way to recognize a lion-tailed macaque is their silver gray mane. Even though they have a mane, they're not called lion-tailed because of the lion mane. They're called a lion-tailed because of their tail, which is funny. It's actually insane. Lion-tailed macaques spend most of their lives high up in the rainforest canopy and rarely come down to the forest floor. They literally live only up there, which is amazing. Because they eat lots of fruits and travel long distances, lion-tailed macaque helps spread seed through the rainforest, making them one of the best, okay, at keeping the forest healthy. Okay, we need those seeds dispersed. Okay, they're one of the best seed dispersals. Okay, lion-tailed macaque live in social groups led by a dominant individual. Female lion-tailed macaques usually only have a single baby every few years, which is one reason their population struggles to recover from the number declining, which is kind of sad, man. So I hope you guys did enjoy those fun facts. That was interesting, right? Absolutely amazing. So yeah, this is the build I was talking about, the wall / cave system / you know, rock. I'm trying to make it look natural, like it's just there, you know, it's just there, not human made, not, I didn't put it there, it was just there. This little slab thing is so that the keepers can get up. I needed a way for the keepers to get back down, and so what I did was make a spiral, like a little cave spiral thingy, where the keepers can then use that to get down to the other side, because the keeper needs to keep care of both sides, and if the keeper can't get to the other side is not going to get maintained. And then the keeper couldn't get to the right side, so I added another one so that the keeper can get everywhere. As long as the keeper can get everywhere, you're free to do whatever, because then the monkeys can get everywhere, the keepers can get everywhere, everyone is happy. And here I'm trying to tell a story with the dirt. They need a lot of dirt, okay, but I'm trying to tell a story. So dirt is like trying to tell you where they're going, what they do, how they behave, where they behave more, where they behave less. Because if it's more dirty, that means they're there more often. If it's less dirty, they just pass by it now and then, not too much. But yeah, so I hope you guys did enjoy today's time lapse. Honestly, that build was absolutely insane. Okay, we still got some time left on the time lapse. I'm just saying. Okay, now I do the same with the floorboard, attach the glass to it, and this is going to be like the ceiling. Okay, to give the immersion that they can't just jump out, you know, because, you know, we can't have it open to the air. So I click on the floorboard, which is attached to everything, all the grid system, and then attach a glass to it, and then double click the floorboard, and then hold and click both the floorboard and the glass, and then I can just copy and paste it, duplicate it, and it will be attached to a grid system. If you guys do want an in-depth tutorial on how to do that, do let me know down in the description below. I'd love to help you guys. Boom! So I hope you guys did enjoy. I'm gonna do some more things for entrance, the episode when we create this one, and then we create the center. Then I'll work on the entrance and the exits and stuff like that. But besides the point, hope you guys did enjoy today's episode. Let me know what you guys think of today's build. Chat, what do you guys think? Let me know what you guys think of it. I tried to make a nice way for the keepers to get over and make it look natural. Like the tunnel was like carved into the build. Okay, I want to put more rock structures along here, but I wanted to ask you guys what you guys think of it so far. Okay, and then I could work on upgrading it and whatnot. Besides the point, I think the structure here looks incredible. It goes over here and it does a spiral. I tried to do a spiral around this tree. It goes like that, or like that, and comes down this way into this cubby. Oh my god, look at him, so cute. I tried to make it dense and foresty for them using the bamboo, because, you know, they live in the Asia jungle. Okay, so I was like, YOLO. And here's a lot more clearer where the monkeys will be, quote unquote, seen more. This is where they'll be resting more. Okay, I can't make them rest there, but that's why I tried to tell. Okay, that's the story I wanted to tell, you know. I tried to tell stories using the dirt, you know. One thing I do need to work on is this back section. I don't know what to do here. I'm thinking of making like a rock hut here where they can go in, like a nesting area where the guests can see through into the nest. Okay, I think that would be sick. Besides the point, I think it turned out incredible, chat. We'll have like a sign called like monkey kingdom or something, and then you walk in and you see them like all over your head. I wish it was a first person mode, because if I look down like that, I don't know where I am now. Where the heck am I? Yeah, exactly. So look at that. Oh my god, I saw one of them climb on top and the guests were looking up. There's the one that jumped down here. But yeah, I think it turned out incredible, chat. Please do let me know what you guys think of it. Honestly, honest opinions, chat. Before we end the episode, edits wanted to name one of the pandas Pumbaa. Okay, that's okay, buddy. Okay. But to be fair, you did ask for a name. We got you, brother. We got you. I'm gonna name the male Pumbaa. Pumbaa. Yo, Pumbaa's looking. He's looking at the bin. He wants to eat it because it looks green like a bamboo and circle. Okay, buddy. Thank you for the name suggestion edits. So if you guys do want a chance to name any of these animals, do let me know down in the description below. If you guys are new and you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. I highly appreciate it. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out, homies. Bye-bye.